Hello everyone. I hope everyone is okay. I'm looking forward to the International Press Conference in Mexico, which will take place in another 2 hours. I expect high-profile individuals to take part in this historic event. We will certainly hear from the horse's mouth because two of the main witnesses are coming out to give an account of their experience. David Velez el Potro will be there, and he was the one who handed over the sphere to Jaime Maussan. We're going to hear from Jose, the local man who picked up the sphere, and there is a new witness, William Zuniga, who is coming out to tell the story as well. He is the one who videotaped the Jumbo sphere, so that's going to be really interesting to hear from him. For sure, there'll be other high-profile people attending the conference, high-profile scientists as well, who want to know more about the sphere, who will probably like to see the sphere, perhaps touch it. So this is going to be a real good conference, so I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you soon. Thank you. Just a few minutes to go, guys. I tell you what, I'm interested to know who is attending this press conference, who is asking the questions. And no doubt there'll be private and public organizations attending this conference, as well as people from the government as well. So here is my concern. My concern is that the sphere, this artifact, is handed over to private companies. That is my concern. Because, you know, if the next step, you know, because the university has published a scientific report with data, scientific data, that proves that there is high technology in this artifact. And those debunkers out there, those people the people that are asking for questions in terms of, look, we don't believe in this if there is no data to support, if we don't have eyewitness, if people cannot prove that this happened. But this is the beauty of this case. We're going with the data. The data is there for everyone to see, to analyze, to digest. Is available to anyone who wants to take a look at it. Besides that, everyone has been invited, you know, the scientific community, everyone that is prepared to double check the facts, double check the figures, and further carry over, you know, do more tests on the sphere. Everyone is invited to do so. So this is transparent, and this is the beauty of the case, is that it's transparent to everyone to see. Nothing is being hidden away. Yeah. So the point that I'm trying to make is, my concern is that if this artifact falls in the hands of the private sector, yeah, all they want to do is reverse engineering to benefit themselves. And really, if there is high technology in this artifact, mankind should benefit from it. If it's going to be reverse engineered, it should be done by a public organization, designated organization, that at any point will disclose the findings and will disclose the technology behind it, and see how this technology can benefit mankind. Because no doubt there is something in this artifact that we don't have. You know, this artifact is making use of energy, or is actually gathering energy, manipulating the static fields, and somehow converting this energy converting it into something which levitates, which go places really, really fast. So the means of propulsion by utilizing static fields is something that perhaps we haven't mastered, and there is technology in there we can refer to in this sphere to understand the principles, to try to reverse engineer it, and to make it available to mankind. Because the way energy is being gathered by the sphere could be applied to other aspects of humanity that we can benefit from. Because right now we are still using fossil fuels. We are still contaminating the environment by doing so. But this artifact is using a different type of technology to gather energy, to levitate, to gain amazing speeds. So that's my concern. So let's take a look at who is attending the conference, who is asking the questions, and who is actually getting involved in carrying this forward to the next step, to the next scientific analysis. Looking forward to it. Thank you. Okay, we only have less than 3 minutes to go. So hopefully it will start on time. So far, there's no indication that it will not start on time. So yeah, we're nearly under 2 minutes to go. And I can see a lot of expectation from the chat, a lot of people looking forward to it, like I am, like the whole scientific community out there is actually, because a lot of questions are going to be asked and answered. And then the next step is going to be discussed. So no doubt this is just the first conference, disclosed to the world, but there'll be more discussions about this artifact. Right, so yeah, we getting ready for Jaime Maussan to start kicking off the conference. I must admit that Jaime Maussan has gone through great lengths to make this happen, and a big thank you to him and to David and to Jose and now to William as well for coming out and facing the public, and that's to be acknowledged by everyone, really. So right, I think it's we're nearly there. We're just waiting for the broadcast to start. We still have the placeholder, the image. So yeah, eagerly anticipated conference, and it should be kicking off real soon. A lot of people are asking for the time, but obviously they're not following the information on the actual holding page or holding YouTube page. Yeah, I mean, it should have started now, but I'm sure it will start pretty soon. Everyone is waiting in anticipation. And as I was saying before, I mean, kudos. I mean, a big thank you to Jaime. He went, I mean, for his endeavors, because he's gone to really great lengths to make this happen. Spending time on it. I mean, his channel, by the way, looks amazing. It's an amazing YouTube channel that Jaime put together, with so much information in there in this channel. So I invite you to take a look at it. Obviously, it's in Spanish, but hopefully the episodes that he broadcasts. Hopefully, he will provide the English translation for those episodes. And there is a lot of episodes on the sequence of events on the sphere Buga, from the moment that he was contacted by David Velez el Potro to the moment when he went down to Colombia. He went down to Buga to interview not just David, but also he went to the fields. He went to Loma de la Cruz in the fields of Alto Bonito in Buga, and he, with Jose, they actually reenacted the events. I mean, Jose took him to the Loma de la Cruz and explained in detail exactly what happened, how he started recording, but not himself, because his phone it didn't work. He didn't have battery, but he was with a friend doing this detecting, because he goes with this metal detector that he purchased from Germany company from the bay. He was going on with, trying to find, treasures and coins. That's what he does for a hobby. And he was doing that when he noticed the sphere on the sky, and because his phone didn't work, he asked his friend to record it for him. And then at some point he noticed that the artifact, the sphere, touched some high voltage electricity cables, and then soon after that he lost control, and then he gracefully descended a few meters from where he was, 100 meters. You can see all the information on a previous video that I have on my channel, Carlos Astronomy, and I explain everything that happens that day, early March 2025. And so what I was saying is, Jaime went to great lengths to procure as much information as he could by physically going in there, by talking to the right people, by offering help as well, because as David Velez el Potro pointed out, and David took the sphere to his company and did initial test on it. The idea initially was that Germany company wanted to perhaps reverse engineer the sphere with the intention of perhaps manufacturing a new detector, learning from that technology. But clearly they didn't have the means, they didn't have the equipment sophisticated enough to do that.
It's a sphere that was recently discovered in the town of
So there you go.
Buga in Colombia.
It's live now. Let's
We
go.
have researchers
listen to
from
it.
the UNAM, Mexico's autonomous university, and we're going to be discussing their results today. Hi, it's good to be with you this morning. My name is Jacqueline Arroyo. I'd like to welcome my guest. We're here with you, Ruben Villatoro. He's an investigative journalist, and we're transmitting live from this press conference at channel 3.3. Se llegó a escuchar muy bajito, We're
This is absolutely
expecting
great. This has been
around
translated
100
into
guests
English.
today in this televised press conference, and we're going to be touching on important congressional issues, trying to give validity to UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena.
Donde autoridades, investigadores de lo profesional acerca de la ciencia se dieron a la tarea de analizar minuciosamente todos los rasgos y características, incluso el contenido de esta esfera, que será revelado tan solo en unos minutos.
The Buga sphere originally descended in the town of Buga in Colombia, and it was recovered by a Colombian citizen. He was treasure hunting with his metal detector, and the sphere dropped to the floor. After that, Jaime Maussan got his hands on it, and it was sent directly to Mexico's Autonomous University for different types of tests. We did x-rays on the sphere, we did a scan, we did tomography, we did used an electron microscope, and they did different tests at the UNAM, which yielded different results, scientific results, which we will be discussing here today.
Absolutely.
It's the first time that a UAP is recovered by a citizen. And it's the first time that a UAP is sent to private investigation without the government being involved.
And exactly, this is what makes this case absolutely different, unique.
We have the witness testimony, we have high quality video of the spheres, and we have physical evidence as well. Not only that, the people who recovered the sphere, the Colombians who recovered this sphere, are present here with us during this press conference. So we have video testimony, we have eyewitness testimony, and we have the physical results of the tests that were done at Mexico's Autonomous University. These are scientific tests that have been done on the sphere.
The only high-resolution video
And this is exactly what ufology needs, for citizens to be involved, for citizens to cooperate.
I concur. Exactly.
We have eyewitnesses, and you'll be able to see them on screen.
And we're going with the data.
A
This
great
is the
part
most important
of
thing.
the UFO society needs the truth, and we constantly receive different videos of different anomalous phenomenon that have been filmed.
You know, the highest resolution that we have thus far is the Jumbo sphere. We're going to
We
have
got our investigative
William
reporters here. We
Zuniga
got our
talking about
eyewitnesses present. We got Congressman Eric Burleson, who's going to try and give some validity at the legislative and congressional level. We have
Wow.
attorney at law Daniel Sheehan, who's famous
Oh, it's
for
also there.
the Watergate
Dan-
burglary and
Daniel
the
is there.
Iran-Contra affair.
That's amazing.
And we have Dr. Stephen Greer, who's head of the Disclosure Project.
See if I,
We
see
have
if I.
people from all walks of life. We got the citizens, we got the scientists from NASA, by the way. We have
Wow.
two scientists that are visiting us here today, analyzing the results of the tests that were done at Mexico's Autonomous University. And
Yeah, we're keeping
there's
it quiet, but
great
now we have
expectation
high-profile people in
regarding
here.
the Buga sphere. And we are very happy that you are here with us. We would like to welcome an important producer in Mexico. Her name is Carla Estrada. Carla, welcome. What do you feel being here present in this important event? I think that we're going to discuss things that are of utmost importance.
Absolutely.
I saw the sphere not too long ago, and I felt an energy emanating from the sphere. And they told us, why don't you sit down? And the sphere was right there, just 4 feet away. So we sat down. We didn't attempt to touch it. Nevertheless, I would like to know a little bit more about this sphere. I felt a slight headache, and it went away immediately. Nevertheless, I would like to know more about the sphere. Carla Estrada, what do you think about extraterrestrial life? Is your mind open? Yes, of course. I've seen things that you cannot explain, but I have a lot of respect for the phenomenon because I don't know much about it. I definitely know that we're not the only civilization in the universe. The universe is huge, and it's not logical to think that we're the only life out there. And what expectations do you have for this press conference? What are you thinking about? Yes, of course, there's a lot of expectation, but I'm interested in the scientific discoveries. Tell us about your experience. Did you see a light in the sky? Yes, I used to live in the township of Cuernavaca, which is outside of Mexico City, and we would go every weekend. So one day, my driver told me, when we take this highway, I see lights in the sky. So I said, why don't we go that way? Let's take that highway, see if we see anything. And then one day, suddenly, I saw lights in the sky. It was like a city which was illuminated in the sky, and it was moving through the sky. And I tried to tell the driver to get a little bit closer, but it wasn't possible. And I couldn't find a logical explanation for that. We're definitely not alone in the cosmos. Thank you very much, Carla Estrada.
We're definitely not alone. Definitely.
That was
I agree with
Carla Estrada, a famous and renowned producer throughout Mexico City, and this press conference is definitely creating a lot of expectation. Not only interest among the citizens, but there's also scientific interest on behalf of NASA. There's congressional interest on behalf of Congressman Eric Burleson from Missouri, which he is visiting. And there is also the presence of Attorney at Law Daniel Sheehan, who was involved with the Iran-Contra affair and with the Watergate burglary. Dr. Stephen Greer is also here present with us, director of the Disclosure Project. And this is the beginning of disclosure. This is the beginning of that paradigm shift that we were all expecting regarding unidentified aerial phenomenon.
That's what I
We are more than
earlier
pleased
on.
to have everyone here present with us at this nationally and internationally televised press conference.
This is just
We
the
are
beginning.
also simulcasting on YouTube and our different social media platforms. It's a true pleasure to have you in this important event. And we're going to have important guests. And right now, it's an honor to be next to Paola Harris and with Josh McDowell, who are experts in the phenomenon.
If we are talking about ufology, and we have named Paola Harris, the most important voice around the world in this topic, and for Maussan Television.
Paola Harris.
Thank you.
I think she worked with David Corso a few years back when he was on his late days.
On your research, for the truth,
I think she's the one.
you that first will have an extraterrestrial origin.
So she is privy to quite a lot of secrets on Roswell incident.
The truth, everybody wants the truth. The point is here. We have to support this. It's very important. Research. Journalists. I cannot say not do it. I have to do it. It's my responsibility. In Mexico, scientists of the National University study this Buga spur. Yes, the university is a good place because the university people also are looking for the truth. We are putting together this and how important it is. For my part, it's the fiber optics. Because I was with Colonel Philip Corso, we talked about
you go.
fiber optics.
I was right.
In this case, are there any
Buga sphere and other anomalous objects found around the world, such as the one sphere that was found in Florida.
And you're talking about the that's or
Yeah.
maybe they do seem to be visually similar. They seem to be about the same size. They're both silver. They both exhibit some strange phenomena. So there may be some connection between those two.
Okay. And the mummies, what about the mummies?
That's right. We've been studying mummies. It's an ongoing investigation. It's something that we're learning new things all the time. And we're hoping to look at some more today.
What's mommy have to do with the sphere right now? Come on.
About is your goal talking with you, Paola and George. Thank you very much for this interview. Please enjoy Mexico, enjoy this event because it's for us, for all the people, for the science, for the ufology, and welcome to Mexico. Estamos contigo, René.
Thank you. We're back to you, Renee. It was a true honor to receive Paola Harris and Josh as well. There are many different guests from many different countries. There are experts from different fields. We not only have witness testimony today, we have the videos, and we also have the scientific opinion on behalf of Mexico's Autonomous University, who did a series of different tests. And there's a lot of expectation for today's press conference because of the results from the tests that were done on behalf of the UNAM, Mexico's Autonomous University. Here's Jacqueline and Ruben Villatoro on screen.
Oh, Rodolfo is there.
We'd
the-
like
the
to
engineer.
welcome Rodolfo Garrido, who is an engineer. He's a investigative journalist, and he's one of the people who are involved in the tests from Mexico's Autonomous University. Here we are. We have a commitment to society and a commitment to reporters, and we're doing it humbly, and we're doing it excitedly as well. What's the Buga sphere? It's an incredible technological device, and they were certain tests
Indeed.
that were done by the university, and we detected fiber optics on the inside of the sphere. So we're sending it to different independent labs to confirm these results. Rodolfo, what's the future? What are the next steps? We're focusing on the fiber optics, and we're focusing on the electronic resonance that was made on the sphere.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Do
Makes
you
sense.
think
Absolute
the
sense.
sphere could be reactivated? Well, it was rotating and it levitated, and what we want to do is reproduce it through an electric charge. We want it to levitate once again by making it rotate constantly to see if there's enough electric static to make it levitate. Once again, it's just a theory.
We just have to
Rodolfo,
jumpstart
there
it
are
like we
many
jumpstart
people
a car.
who are saying that we cut the sphere open. That is unprecedented. We're not going to cut it open by no means.
No chance.
But
No, don't
if
do
we
that,
cut it
please.
open, could we learn more? No, not at all. If we stimulate the effect to turn it back on, then we could investigate it without cutting it open.
Completely agree.
It could be a theory that once it levitates, it could have direct communication with whoever sent it. Well, that could be a
that will
problem
happen.
because if they know where it is, maybe they'll come back and take it with them. It might float away. Well, each one of
we
those
need to
theories
establish
is
protocols
incredible
to
because
put
it
out
would
the
be
event,
the
because it will
confirmation
be
of all of the different theories that have been
encounters
proposed.
of the first kind.
We have
We
to
have to
start
establish a protocol.
somewhere, and we're starting with something that is scientifically based.
And I tell you what, this
And if we
protocol is
take the
something that
necessary steps, we're going to
Daniel
reach positive results.
has been touching on.
Well, there's a lot more to discover and many more tests that need to be done. Here's Rodolfo Garrido. Thank you very much for being here with us. It's a pleasure. Thank you very much.
Do you follow Eric Davis?
That was
There are
Rodolfo
several
Garrido,
species
another of the great scientific investigators from Mexico's Autonomous University. He's
And we have to establish
collaborated
that
with
protocol
Jaime
to make
Maussan
contact.
on many different projects. And I had a chance of talking with Rodolfo the other day, and I'm going to share my thoughts with you a little bit later, because these are the first independent investigations that will be made public through this press conference. And as Rodolfo Garrido, we need to take baby steps, but those steps have to be firm steps so that we learn everything that's possible regarding the Buga sphere. More and more guests are arriving here at channel 3.3, Maussan Televisión. Go ahead.
There you go, Daniel is there. Daniel is there.
Here's Carlos Clemente. We have a legendary attorney. His name is Daniel Sheehan. He's a very important person. He was involved in Iran-Contra. He was involved in the Watergate burglary. Daniel Sheehan.
Will be historic for all the world.
The public beginning of a major investigation. The implications of the investigation are really profound. If, in fact, what is suspected turns out to be true, that this is some non-human created technology of some sort. But Jaime and all the others that are involved in running the investigation are being very careful and saying, look, at this is just trying to point out that there's enough suspicion now, based on the information that's been gathered, to justify opening like an official investigation. Okay, and it's just like up in the United States, in the Congress and in the FBI and other places, you have to have a certain amount of information to be able to open an official investigation, and they've gotten past that threshold. If there's enough evidence to suspect that this may be some unique non-human technology, but we don't know yet. But there's a second one that there has been spotted now, that's been flying around in the area where this was found. So that we're talking about putting together a team to kind of monitor that one, find out if it's getting any radio signals or any kind of thing coming in or broadcasting anything, so that we have one now in hand and we have another one that's still active, and so that it's very important to be able to compare and contrast what we have now. So this is
It's not just one, it's a fleet of spheres
depending on how it comes out, it could alter history.
searching through the skies of Colombia.
We saw that
right now.
the Congress of the United States put on the table the topic about the anomalous objects. What do you think about it?
The which one? Which
The
issue?
anomalous objects.
Oh, no, the novel subject. Yeah. Well, it's UFOs.
Yeah, yeah.
And you know, the people that have been trying to conceal the reality of the UFO phenomenon for years said, let's not call it that because there's so much stigma on it, which of course they were responsible for doing. And so now that there's a 64-page bill that the United States Senate has passed virtually unanimously, calling for an official investigation of the UFO phenomenon, and that it be under the aegis of Congress to get to do this.
Yeah.
That's extraordinarily important. That's why Congressman Burleson is here.
And interesting, please. We have to return to our study bus. Please stay here with us.
Yes, sure.
Regresamos contigo.
We go back to you, Renee. Go ahead. There he is, Attorney at Law Daniel Sheehan. He's visiting us today. Congressman Daniel,
Daniel is not a
Attorney at Law
newcomer,
Daniel
I tell you.
Sheehan was here with us today, an important attorney at law in U.S. history. And we're trying to bring validity to this whole unidentified aerial phenomenon. We're going to give clarity to the phenomenon, and we got witnesses from all over.
But this
People who
investigation needs to
actually
stay in
filmed the
Mexico,
object,
please.
the people who recovered the object, they are from Colombia, from a small town called Buga. This is the reason why the sphere is called the Buga sphere. And they are here with us today, here at channel 3.3, Maussan Televisión. Grupo Imagen, and it's a pleasure to have them because it's eyewitness testimony of the people who found it. Not only that, we have the researchers from Mexico's Autonomous University who are also here present discussing the results of the tests that they ran on the Buga sphere.